Hello, welcome to Greek Cooking by Katerina. In this video we are making a dessert. We are making baklava. A lot of you have requested for it, so here is the recipe. Baklava is it has a Turkish and Middle Eastern descent. It blended in the Greek culture over the 400 years that Greece was occupied by Turkey. So this recipe I know from my grandmother and my mother, who were born in the Peloponnese, and they make it with walnuts. Let's see the ingredients. So we will need 1 package of thin phyllo pastry for baklava. At this point I must say that you have to have a damp towel, kitchen towel, on top of your phyllo so it doesn't go dry and it doesn't break. Okay, so keep it covered at all times. Then you will need 500 grams of walnuts that we will put in the food processor. You will need 8 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1.5 cup of melted butter, not margarine, be careful, we have to use butter, the zest of 1 lemon, the zest of half an orange, and let's move to the syrup. 500 milliliters of water, 2.5 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, 1 cinnamon stick, and cloves to decorate. First thing we do, we start with the syrup, because we have to make the syrup first in order for it to prepare and then cool down. So first add your water, then add your sugar, the honey. Can I please have a, thank you, a spoon. Add your lemon, the lemon juice. I see there are some seeds in there, so can I please have that? Yes, thank you. And it goes. And then we add the cinnamon stick. Make sure it dissolves. The sugar dissolves, so keep stirring it for a bit, and then when it comes to a boil, lower the heat and let it boil for about 5 minutes. Right, so now it has boiled for about 5 minutes. We will turn the heat off, set it aside, remove it from the heat, set it aside and let it cool down, and we will move to making our baklava now. While our syrup is cooling down, we will prepare our filling. So we have put the walnuts into the food processor and I've made them finer. Okay, so now we will mix all our ingredients in a big bowl. Start with the sugar. Give it a mix, add the breadcrumbs. Give it another mix. The ground cinnamon, the ground cloves, make sure that you mix it very, very well. We want all ingredients to be like equally distributed in our mixture. Add the zest of the lemon, add the zest of the orange. Mix well. We are starting the procedure with a phyllo now. Don't forget your damp cloth and keep it covered, okay, while you work. Start with the first phyllo. We will have to brush it with butter. Each and every single one of them we will brush it with butter. Oh, sorry, before I do that, first I will brush my baking pan. So here I have my melted butter. I will brush my pan all around. There we are. And now we will place our first phyllo in there. If it tears, don't worry, we will correct it. It's no problem. We're gonna put a lot of layers on top of that, so don't you worry. Right, so we will brush this one with melted butter as well. Sides too. And we will do the same with 4 phyllos that we will use as a base. So bring this one a bit further to the left. Okay, like that. Brush it with butter. The butter helps it to remain crunchy. Right, okay, then the next one, move it a bit further to the right, like that, and brush it again. Don't forget the sides. Right, and the 4th one, I will place it like that. So now we have 4 phyllos down at the bottom as a base. Butter this one too. Oops. And what we'll do now, we will start spreading our mix. So place some of your mix on the phyllo. Okay, and we will repeat the same procedure. We'll cover it with the next phyllo. Oops, it's 2 phyllos here. We need one phyllo in the center. Brush it with the melted butter. Same procedure. Take your mix, sprinkle it on the phyllo equally, like that. And on with the next. Okay, make sure that you leave 3 of them, okay, for the cover, for the top. So the rest of them we will follow the same procedure. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that will go in there. Okay, so this is our last phyllo with filling, and now I have kept 3 of them for the end. Okay, so same procedure, butter, for the next 3 phyllos. Okay, so I have folded the sides down like that. The dry parts that were sticking out of on the sides of the pan, I just removed them. And now I'm going to use the last of my butter. See, that I will remove it. We don't want the dry ones. Okay. Make sure that you have butter all around. Like that. Okay, and now we're gonna cut our baklava, pre-cut it in pieces. So I'm using my knife. My grandma used to do it diagonally, like that. So that's the same thing I'm gonna do now. Pieces like diamonds. That's what they call them. Like that. Not too deep. There you go. Okay. We don't want very large pieces because, as you know, baklava has a lot of calories. Right, so score it like that. Okay. Oops. There we go. Continue with the rest of it. Okay, our baklava is ready. Before I take it to the oven, I have preheated the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, I think that is. I will do as my grandma used to do. I will decorate my baklava with cloves, like that. Our baklava is ready. I will take it now to the oven, and as I said, it is preheated, and we will bake it for about 40 to 50 minutes. Our baklava is ready. I took it out of the oven. And now we will put the syrup in. Remove the cinnamon stick, okay, and with a ladle, start pouring the syrup on top of your baklava in order for it to go everywhere. Can you hear the sizzling? Yeah, that's what we want. When the baklava is still hot, and our syrup is cold, that's the result you get. Okay, so when we pour all the syrup, we will let our baklava cool down for a couple of hours, I would say. So be patient. It's a torture for us to wait this long to have it, but we're gonna try very soon. Our baklava is ready after an hour. It has cooled off, so now is the time for us to try. I have taken a piece out. Can't wait. Oh my god. So that was my baklava recipe. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button so we can cook together from now on. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time at Greek Cooking by Katerina. Καλή όρεξη!